So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazycatlady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair educational for and entertainment purpose. Blade, just like Solly did. Well, those years ago. See? No, I don't want to do any more of it. Stupid. Hi everybody, Martha here. So, yeah, I know a weird one. I picked the weirdest one to do for Christmas. Because one part of the movie takes place, the end of the movie technically, takes place during the Christmas. And yes, I'm gonna say it. When Tim Burton made this movie, he was basically making his own version of Frankenstein. So it's okay. You're allowed to it's very similar to Frankenstein. Like when I was this is technically my second time watching the movie. But when I was watching the first time, I realized, hey, this is basically Frankenstein, and it is in a way. So what is Edward Scissorhands? Since how old this movie is, there is kids today who have not seen it, or you were not really allowed to watch that many Tim Burton movies when you were a kid. So you're just finding them out because you're curious. And you find out, okay, this is why I wasn't allowed to watch it, because what happens in the middle of this movie, technically two parts in this movie, it's not for kids. Because Julia, the woman that goes after Edward, and is not a normal girl, not a normal woman. So this movie takes place in the 50s. And Edward Scissorhand is basically brought down from the mansion on the hill, after his dad his inventor, played by Vincent Price, is probably one of his last movies, and basically Vincent Price is Victor Frankenstein in this. Not literally, his name's the inventor, but it might as well be. And a lady's going around. I think her name's Peg. She's going around like trying to sell makeup, and nobody's buying it. So, she sees the house on the hill, and decides what the hell to go and sell the makeup to that person up there. And there's like a bunch of grass statues everywhere of like cool things, like a serpent and a hand and other things. And she goes up there, and he's trying to hide from her because he's never seen another person in his life besides his dad, and he doesn't even understand that his dad had a heart attack. Because we see it later on, they like show flashbacks of him, of Vincent Price like 3 times this movie, when he gets the idea to make Edward, and when he because he like was making like pancakes or cookies or something like that with the machine, and he like has like these robots that have scissors, and they like make stuff for him, and he decides to give him a heart and a brain. But he died before he can give him hands. Like, he made hands for him, but he ends up having a heart attack before he could put it on him. Because he was so happy that he was able to make basically his own son with him. And sadly, he died before he could finish him. And so everybody, when Peg like brings him down, everybody's being a nosy neighbor and won't leave her alone and calling her on the phone. And this is back during the 50s, like I told you, because there's old TV sets. The phone recording is an actual tape, and you had to rewind it. And she like, they used the whole tape, and they have her sleep. They have him sleeping in his daughter's bedroom, who's a Nora Ryder from Beetlejuice, but she's a little older here. And when she comes home from camping, he finds her in the bed. Like that's like the best part in the movie. There's like two parts I love in this movie. Well, technically three. This is one of them, where she comes home from camping and sees Johnny Depp or Edward Scissorhands in her bed. I mean, totally normal reaction. If my parents put a guy in my bed with knives, I would probably freak out too. But if it was Johnny Depp, then I would like say, okay, I forgive you. But yeah, and everybody wants to like use him, because he's so innocent and doesn't know much about the world. So they have him like cut their grass, cut their dog's fur, cut their hair, and think sick thoughts while they're getting their hair cut. Weird lady. And then they decide to open up a booty salon. And then she does something really stupid with him again. So watch the movie. I'm not gonna say it online, but so after this, the boyfriend of the Nora Rice character, what's her name? Kim. Kim. Kim ends up kind of fall in love with him, but her boyfriend figures out that he can unlock doors, because Kim couldn't find the key, so she just unlocked his door for her with his hands. And he gets the idea to have Edward break into his dad's safe so he can buy a new car, so him and Kim can do it in the car, or van, whatever. And so, but he did not know how wired his dad has it, so he ends up like leaving Edward in there, and he gets arrested for it because he can't. The poor guy can't open the door because he can't even eat. Every time he eats, like accidentally makes a freaking cheese kebab. So yeah, you have to actually feed him because how bad it is for him. And so he gets arrested, but he only has to stay there for a night because they think it's him. The boyfriend's dad thinks him is retarded, so he lets him go. And while this one started going on, there's like a Catholic religious girl who's like saying, "He's the devil," and like I just like how decked out this woman's house is. Like she has a accordion. There's candles everywhere that has like all the saints on there and Jesus, and so and she's like literally like saying, "You brought devil upon us." Like, she finds out technically being right because this lady won't stop exploiting him, and after he gets arrested, the town like turns against him and thinks that he's like a danger to the town now. And my second favorite part is when Edward makes a big giant snow globe in Kim's image, and she's like dancing around, having like snow come down on her, and her stupid boyfriend ruins it and he's come down the ladder and accidentally cuts her, and so it makes him like run off, and he goes and gets drunk because she rejected him because it's his fault. Like he did not tell that on Kim because he loves her, and so he left, and everybody went to go look for him, and like flattens a tire, cuts off a leg to one of his grass sculptures, and one of the lady's friend to call the cops again. The same cop, and like the cop knows that he's not a bad person. He was just in the wrong situation. He like fakes You shop first. We gotta do. Another reason why this is a lot like Frankenstein is because if you watch the old Frankenstein movie, Frankenstein drops a little girl in the water, and this because he sees like some leaves or stick floating in the river, and the girl can't swim, so he doesn't understand this, and he drops the girl in the water, and she drowns because she can't swim, but he did not know that he is innocent. So the same thing happens here. Similar. He So I do. That ends up and he accidentally he saves a kid from getting robbed from the boyfriend and his friend driving drunk because he told him to go, but he's the one that got his friend drunk in the first place, and they almost hit Kim's little brother Kevin, but Ed saves him. He accidentally cuts his face, making sure the kid's okay, and then the boyfriend goes beats him up because he's jealous that everything. But he cuts the boyfriend's arm, and then everybody in the town comes a crazy mob. The cop has to fake shooting him by shooting a bullet in the air, which is the most stupidest thing ever because the bullet's gonna come out of the sky. So then he gets chased back home, and he kills the boyfriend because the boyfriend doesn't believe that he's dead, and neither did Kim. So him to killing the boyfriend. Kim makes it look like that they killed each other. The roof like caves in on top of them, but he actually still alive, so Barry believes him alone. And Kim's like telling this to her granddaughter. And I like the makeup. They have on the Nora writer here to make her look older. So I do love this movie. Obviously Tim Burton made it. Came out December 14th, 1990. Danny Elfman made the music. The box office was 80 million. How much? How much? The budget was 20 million. So it made back its budget. So yeah, and everybody here knows. Mostly everybody knows who the two main actors are. I already named them. Or three of the actors on here: Johnny Depp, Noah Ryder, and Vincent Price. So that's basically it, guys. So I'm gonna probably get this one like a 9 out of 10. I wish I watched it sooner. So I'll see you guys later. Like, share, subscribe, and technically Christmas movie, since part of the movie is Christmas. Hey, people say if people call Die Hard a Christmas movie, why can't I call this one a Christmas movie? So I'll see you guys later. Like, share, subscribe, and bye bye.